Hey everybody, welcome to the second game of the NBA of the playoffs on 2K Sports. I'm Roy and I'm back with Clover and Zone Truth. This is the second game of the NBA on 2K Sports.
The next matchup is we're going to be heading over to the Western Conference. The next one is going to be Dallas Mavericks and the OKC Thunders that could pick home city. It's never getting here, folks, so we're ready to see what's going on.
Our biggest battle out here is OKC Thunders have already won their first game over Dallas Mavericks. They looked like they wanted to push off their face here, but they didn't really seem to care for it that much, as they really had it flying. And after this moment, the next part of it's going to be a great string. Will the Mavericks have an answer back, or will the Thunders take all their chances to win this game?
Well, there's going to be a bigger on a surprise effort, so it's going to be amazing.
Right now, the head coaches for the Dallas Mavericks is Jason Kidd, and the Thunders, Mark Dignault. Here are the starting lineups of the group for the Mavs: Spencer Dinwiddie, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. And the other side for the Thunders, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, with Lucian Stewart, Jalen Williams, Jack Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein.
My next commentary supporters I have, one of our biggest, is Tyler Beast. He's also along with the other commentator to welcome in as fan and a third commentator of the crew, Lightbulb. And this will be another game. David Aldridge is reporting from the sideline for tonight's coverage.
We'll see you all later, everybody, for our post-game show after this game. Mavs, Thunder, here we go. Paycom Center, starting now. Here are the starting groups for the visiting team of the Dallas Mavericks. Point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. At small forward, PJ Washington. At the yard forward position, Klay Thompson. At center, Daniel Gafford. And at point forward position, Anthony Davis. The starting head coach for the Dallas Mavericks is Jason Kidd. It's time now to meet your OKC Thunder. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 5, Lucian Stewart. Starting center, at 7 feet 2 inches, number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein. At power forward, 7 inches, number 7, Shea Holmgren. Starting at guard, small forward, number 8, Jalen Williams. And point guard, 6'6", number 2, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The starting head coach for the OKC, Mark Dignault. Hi folks, Tyler Beast here, and I'm here with my broadcast partner, along with Fan and Lightbulb. It's the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Game 2 in OKC as they're ready for the rematch. Starting head coaches in between are Mark Dignault and Jason Kidd. Here are the players. Spencer Dinwiddie's with Klay Thompson. Washington is with Davis. And Gafford starts center. For the Thunder is Jordan Williams, return to guards. And from here we have is Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Hartenstein in center. And Shea Alexander in point guard. Well, this is game number 2, and we are super excited to be back here in this loud city. I can't wait to see what goes on. Me too. I believe that this one's going to be an amazing one. Let's hope there's the best. Ball's tipped, and we are ready to go in OKC as the Thunders wins the tip-off. Ready to start. Now Chet Holmgren will start over to Shea Alexander right to her corner. He'll find a pass, now finding Holmgren. He looks again to Lujan Stewart. Stewart against Klay Thompson. Looks to pass to Williams. Williams with the finish drive. He got the first 2-pointer for Julian Williams. That'll be his first bucket. Just don't believe how you can definitely feel like for Jalen Williams. He's really like a better take in the effort on this big drive. He really showed it off. Davis for 3. That one sinks the triple as Anthony Davis has his first 3-pointer. Here's Alexander. He's right over now finding Holmgren. Holmgren passes to Alexander. Passes to Hartenstein. Hartenstein rolls the pass to Jalen Williams. Williams on the front, and a foul will be reached in on Daniel Gafford. That'll be his first foul and a 14th foul for Dallas. 7-7 and a start of a first quarter. Well, this is what happens with this only play for Jalen Williams. This is when he was up in the board, and he was banked out. Now for Jalen Williams, he's going to start with the free throw. First free throw coming up for the Jalen Williams. This will be his first trip to the free throw line. Shooting 2. Williams missed the first free throw. Well, he's a little starting bad afterwards, and when I say about Jalen Williams, he's trying to get all of it done. And you can't just stand it with other players who just really had some hard timing. This is a difficult strength for Oklahoma City to do everything, but you're not going to do really well of it if you make it successful. And he missed the second. Yeah, it seemed like it's a little hard time to make that one, just make 2 free throws. That wasn't really easy enough for Jalen Williams to go on the first score. Thompson shot over Dort, and that's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein lifts it over now, finding it again to Alexander. Here's Alexander, hasn't scored yet in the first half. Holmgren, getting started here. He'll find a pass to Alexander. Pass is over. Holmgren now finds again to Dort. There's the pass. Hartenstein up. Got the 2. Make the layup in for Hartenstein. That'll be his first bucket in for Isaiah Hartenstein. Just look at the flow that happens with Isaiah Hartenstein. This is definitely a bigger take-in to start that one often. Alley-oop to Gafford. Makes another one in to put it in with the alley-oop pass. That was quick. Make that one a little change of gift in. He really didn't have any much time to get over it. Now Alexander finds Dort. Dort rolls the pass to Holmgren. Holmgren pass, says to go over to Alexander. Williamson outside. Try to roll it in. 2-pointer off the target. Washington rolls to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie touring his own on a back stepper. And that's a solid D here for OKC. Isaiah Hartenstein's got his second rebound. Only 5-3 left. As Alexander's right to the outside, he will now find it again to Holmgren. Try to look over to Alexander. Here's the cut. Motion screen. Good on a reverse drive for Alexander. He's got his first bucket in to start that one often. That's what happens with Alexander. He's really more into professionally, and just to change off, he made that one great. Washington now finds Dinwiddie on a finish. Good flow in for Dinwiddie. That will be the first 2 to give it in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Washington with the assist. Just 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Williams will find a pass to Dort. Dort looks to pass again to Williams. Williams, got to make new changes here. Offense run. Holmgren up. Over Davis is no good. Davis got a nice solid rebound here, and this will give back to Dinwiddie. Now the chance for Dinwiddie. Sidestepping a little bit. Davis for 3. Outside range, put back in for Gafford's good. Gafford's got his first 2, and the next 2 put it in. Just not even easy enough for Gafford. He was really like putting in for some rebounds. That's really just like a hard crossing play on this action. This screen just really did not able to help him out too optimally. Now Dort will find again to Williams. Williams looks to pass over it again to Holmgren. Holmgren, pass to Williams. Williams around Washington. That's another miss here for OKC. PJ Washington up in the middle on a shot blocked by Hartenstein. And this will give him rebounding in for Daniel Gafford. That'll be his 3 for 3 in the field goals with 6 points. Williams will take his first timeout with only 3:43 to go in the first. Well, sure enough, that happens with Dallas. They're really pulling in with a big effort. You know what happened? They don't play it really well oftenly. And how about a little status afterwards? And I say about Spencer Dinwiddie, he's really like giving all the better effect. And to say it about this, you know, this is what they definitely do. And for OKC Thunders, they're definitely on the top of the start. Big notch for them. Of course, Anthony Davis, trade in from Luka Doncic, as he's definitely making a lot of new changing effort. He's feeling like, well, I definitely miss on Luka Doncic this time. But it looks like I will have to play against him. To do some better reasons. Well, they're pretty sure enough to make it in there. If it is light bulb, then they might have a better choice if there is. Yeah, of course they do. I know this is definitely what they all say about this for now. But they know about me, you know. I just really say about Luka Doncic, he's definitely like the better team to play for the Mavericks, but now he's with Lakers. So Anthony Davis, I have a power range to play with Gafford. Of course he does. Make it happen there. That's what happens with Gafford. He said I have to try to make that way. Spin it along. Substitutions are on the board for the OKC Thunders and for the Mavericks. And now Williams will be able to check in for the other Williams. Washington on the fast break. Slows down. Alley-oop to Davis. That one takes it over. And it's rebounded by Chris Wallace. Looks to Jalen Williams. Javon Williams. Stolen by Washington. Got a little bad start here on the switch-off change. Washington against Gilbert's Alexander. Here's a 2 on a shot. That's rebounded by Hartenstein by Holmgren. Williams sends to Williams on a slammer. That was for Jalen Williams as he makes a one-hand dunk down. Looking perfectionly on the play out there. What a nice slam. Dinwiddie against Gilbert's Alexander. The screen for Dinwiddie. Here's the take. Back stepper. Holmgren denies a shot. He's got his first rejection of the game. Looks to Javonte Williams. Looks to Jalen Williams. Now he finds the pass to Wallace. Wallace looks it over now. Find the pass again to Holmgren. As he looks to pass again to Gilbert's Alexander. For the finish, up and throw it in. That will be Gilbert's Alexander with his second bucket. You really never seen how Gilbert's Alexander's been putting it in there. Davis over Holmgren, getting it back, and denied by Holmgren. He went out of bounds, and this will be Matt's ball to keep it alive. Great take for Williams, but not enough to get there. Now there's a new substitutions on the court. It will be Mark Deneau. As right now, Jason Kidd will use his timeout with only 2:11 to go. And there's a big opportunity looking out there. There's 2 blocks afterwards. That's for Chet Holmgren. How can you play it like that for defense? He's really a big taker. I got a feeling with that. I mean, this really must have taken with some nice, strong opportunity communications. They really are playing it big. New changes here for the OKC Thunders and for the Mavs as they're making new changes here. Edwards is checked on the court with Derek Lively the second. And now here's Exum right outside and pass to Williams. Baylor Williams gives to Exum on a shot over Williams, and he may scores it in. Dante Exum's got his first, and Williams with the assist. Just really never said anything about that much. That's what happens with the first three. You can't get it over. He finds a pass to Williams. Williams looks at pass again to Jalen Williams. Williams on a finish. That's no good. Marshall with his own rebound. He looks over it again to Exum. Exum looks to Williams. Williams, and a reaching foul will be on Wallace. That'll be his first personal, first team foul for OKC. Now with some new changes here, Shea and Williams are checked off the court as Andre Wiggins and Alex Caruso are checked in. Here's the number one delay with his second. Looks to Williams. Three for Marshall. That's how often in and out. Williams with his own rebound. He will now stand to get a Wiggins. Andre Wiggins looks to Javonte Williams. Caruso now fights Wiggins. Wiggins. Back behind the pass by Watts. Pass to Caruso, and will score it in. This will be Alex Caruso's first bucket with 1 minute left. This is definitely a lot of remaining to go in there, and as Alex Caruso is definitely getting over this. It's the big project to get it done. Marshall for three. That's missed on the outside. Wiggins with his own rebound. Now finds Caruso. Caruso now hits it over to Wiggins. Wiggins rolls around. Will find a pass to Williams. Williams lifts over to Wiggins. On a shot. A leadoff, no good for Wiggins. Under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's a finish, and a drive is fouled. That'll be Chris Wallace's second personal foul. And this will be second team foul for OKC. You're never going to make it in there. You're not going to play it well. You're not doing it successfully. This is what happens with Wallace. He definitely gets bumped in. Free throw coming up here for OKC, as this will be Dallas. Dante Exum at the free throw line shooting two. Well, I say for Dante Exum, he's really like giving a perfect percentage out there. What happened with him, he really showing it anything. And that's what he was really doing it for last games. First free throw misses the target. Now some new changes as Lively's checked out, and Christie's checked in. Joe is checking in for OKC Funders. And now this one will be one shot to give for Dallas Mavericks. And Exum takes his second free throw in. Well, he really didn't play it oftenly. I mean, that must have been like Dante Exum to give a hard stride. Just got to keep working on it. Caruso now finds it over to get a Wiggins. Wiggins from the move, and will tie the game. Aaron Wiggins with his first bucket to tie the game. 10 seconds left in the game clock. Williams on his way. Three for Christie. Catch missed. And will he get it from half court? Oh, he just hit off the rim. And that will end the first quarter. Both teams are even with 14. And we'll find out who's going to take the lead in the second quarter when we come back. After the break, if you're just tuning in as we're ready to get started for the second quarter here at OKC. They're both even up for 14. Dinwiddie's on the court, ready to start things off for the second quarter. And as the alley-oop will start in for Anthony Davis. He's on a great start to put in with some alley-oop shots. Perfect percentage. He really has been playing every single digits to make it in. Here the starting groups here for the Thunders. Dort is with Von Wiggins. And it's Caruso right to her corner. Joe is right from outside, and Hartenstein right to her middle. Here's Dinwiddie with a finish. That one puts a rebound by Davis. Rolls it in. Good. Anthony Davis scores in reverse, as this will be a 4-point game. Don't lose your mind afterward. You're not going to get over to this motion if you're going to play against Davis. Joe now finds again Caruso. Here's Dort for the triple. We'll wrap it back good. And Thompson in with a teardrop flow as Hartenstein's got a second. Houston Whitty. Find a pass to Gafford. Gafford toward middle. And it's Davis on a one-hand dunk down. He has just been quieted out here as Gafford puts up the assist. Well, he's been like closing things in there. I mean, I don't know what they did. They really gotta find another way. The pass down by Hartenstein as he rolls it over now finding Caruso. He will give it again to Joe. Bounce pass to Wiggins. Wiggins around Davis. Tough shot, but great D by Anthony Davis. Thompson loses the ball and Caruso takes it over. Hartenstein slows down, now finds Wiggins. Wiggins. And it's blocked by Gafford. Caruso looks over to get the door. Joe in the corner for three. Adler missed by OKC. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Now as Christie will now try to give another move in with a chance to Gafford and goes in with a one-hand dunker. Timeout given by OKC Funders. Under 6 minutes. We talk about from David Aldridge as Mark Denault's been able to try to keep his training in technique. He's been really saying this before and says, we need to work this thing together. We are not pulling in with a nice take in on effort. And this needs to get it done. We don't have the right time to do for it. And they need to get some better help. This is what happens now, but they don't really get Loud City enough. They need to get some changes off their offense to try to roll it over again. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen right now for OKC Funders. They really are just losing things oftenly. There's no place better than that. They just need some focusing. I say so too, there, fan, and I really have to say, make it happen. New changes on the court here for the OKC Funders as Jalen Williams is back on the court with Shea and Alexander. Two players are off the court as Klay Thompson moves over to shooting guard SPJ Washington checked in for Christie. Williams from outside will find the pass over to Hartenstein. Here's a three for Dort. That is off and rim, but it rolls back in. Diaz makes the three-pointer. That's Illusion Storage with his 3 points in the game. Oh, I thought that was unlucky enough, but he just had it. Wow. I don't really see what's going on afterwards. That's Daniel Gafford with another dunk. Just 5:18 left to go remaining in the first half. He now finds Alexander. He will find a pass to Williams. Williams sets it over, now finding again the Illusion Stewart. Illusion Stewart again to Wallace. Wallace looks to Williams. The bounce pass to Hartenstein. Round the move. Good! Hartenstein makes it in with a 6-point game. He is perfect 3 for 3. Well, let's take a look at his status out there. That's what happens with Isaiah Hartenstein. He really is showing it oftenly. They don't really give that one often a better look than they did. Three-pointer cashes down from PJ Washington. And now Wallace is back the other way. Wallace now finds Hartenstein. Hartenstein now finds Dort. Here's Wallace. Wallace spreads around, finds Dort. Passes to Williams. Williams on a shot. Great D by Davis. Thompson toward corner. Trying to slow things down a bit. In toward middle. Outside Dinwiddie. That's an error missed by Dallas Mavericks. And now finding out Dort. Off to Hartenstein. And then we're back to Shea Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein. Move around. Over Daniel Gafford. And goes for a 3-second violation. That'll be an offensive foul on Chris Wallace. That's his third. Oh, this is how bad it went already. Because nobody's paying attention. Nobody's getting a good screen. That's what happens. If you move a screen, that's going to turn it over. Now checking back in will be Derek Lively to second as he's off the court. On the court, Thompson makes the three. He's able to try to keep things alive. They're up by 9. The Mavericks now finds Holmgren. Lively got a piece of it. Exum with the steal. Pass to Thompson. Over to Dinwiddie for 3. And that one's off the rim, and it's rebounded by Mavericks Alexander. Holmgren now finds it over to pass again, eluding Stewart. Stewart looks it over again at Mavericks Alexander. Passes to Holmgren. Holmgren gives over. And another steal puts in by Washington. Dinwiddie. 3 for Thompson. Good! Another three-pointer from outside. And it's a 33-21 game. This has been definitely just a big blowout here. I don't know if it is, but it seems like that they're not using enough strategy. We need to keep moving. Williams, pass to Holmgren. From the 2, got it. That's Holmgren with his first bucket. Here's Dante, Exum right toward the wing. He'll find again a lively the second. On the pass to Washington, he's ready to turn a move, and this one got a good shot for Holmgren as he has his second rebound. Didn't see that one coming in that far. I mean, I thought that was a big foul to give. Mavericks Alexander finds Holmgren. Looks to pass to Mavericks Alexander. On the finish with a take-it jam. Wow, that's a high slap fly soaring through the air. Mavericks Alexander with the 2. Timeout given by Dallas Mavericks with only 2:04 to go. Well, you never see what happens. That's a rumble on the big take for Mavericks Alexander. He's been flying everywhere. Gotta look at how the status is putting in now. You really are all over the line. Coming up will be the halftime report as we have one of our biggest here for our big first half to make some close-in range. Yes, we have Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal. This will be our big takes here for the Funders as they're trying to get back into Humboldt. We'll see what happens with that if they can get back into work. That will be the halftime show coming up after this. Fans, if you're looking for your next take here for the NHL 26, we have some open picks on the brackets beginning on July 30th. That will be at the end of it to show how this turns in. So when you're up for a challenge, you will find out which teams will be playing against for NHL 26 and NBA 2k26 on the other side. And this will be 10 seasons for the NBA on the gameplay. Don't miss your chance. That will be on the next line. Get in for the play. You'll find out which team you want to go for. Now as the new changes here for Dallas Mavericks. Nice now. Thompson's checked out. That's Exum. That's Marshall's checked in. And the Thunder's making new changes here. Lively the second moves it over, and this will be Holmgren along with Williams and another Williams. Looks the pass to Mavericks Alexander. Looks the pass to Williams. He looks again to Wallace. Overhead pass to Holmgren. Over Marshall. And good. Holmgren gets the second bucket. 33-27 to score. Well, Holmgren's definitely picking up the pace here. He just needs to keep moving. Marshall, nobody around. A miss here for Dallas. Williams got his 4th rebound of the night. And he'll now send the carry to Mavericks Alexander. Slides back. Passes. Open look for Wallace and ups the foul on Dante Exum. His first personal foul and the first team foul for Dallas. 1:06 remaining in a second. They're really never sure to be happening up out there. As Wallace is heading to the free throw line shooting too. He really wants it all. Nothing really you and you care for. That's for Wallace that he's really been able to take it. Free throw coming up here for the Oklahoma City Thunders. As Wallace is at the free throw line shooting too. Free throw knocks down for Wallace. For the Mavericks, we have new changes here as Christie's back on court, subbing in for Dinwiddie and for Marshall. As right now, as Exum is back on the court, moving over. And that will be one free throw make for Wallace. Holmgren takes it back. He now finds Williams. And he'll now give it to Williams this time, again to Mavericks Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Take it. Williams for deep 3. Get it off the backboard as this will be Christie's with the rebound. Williams in his own. Reaching foul will be on Wallace. That'll be his 4th personal and their first team foul for OKC. He's losing his mind already. He's not really supposed to be reaching, and he's definitely losing his on a whole thing. That's what happened, and you cannot play it successfully if you're doing it correctly. Never miss here for Dallas Mavericks as he now rolls again to Holmgren. Holmgren with a shot good. Chet Holmgren's got 6 points. There's about 30 seconds left in the first half. And Williams takes an offensive foul. That'll be on Lively the second. And it'll be a changeover to the Thunder ball. And as for the finish for the first half, Edwards checks in for Lively the second. Mavericks Alexander right to the other side of the court. Trying to make a new change here. Mavericks Alexander looks at Holmgren. Pocket 6. Here's another chance. Williams for the 3. It's good. It's now a 3-point game, and we are tied for 33. Going for half court, and that one's off and missed away. So that's it. 33, even up. Tightness on the game. We'll have to see what happens with the leadoff. We go right over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. The one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, getting the ball in the paint.
Use that only to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you so much. Please stay tuned, and we'll be back with you shortly following the halftime to get the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back to Loud City as we're ready to get started for the third quarter here at OKC. A little status here for Daniel Gafford. Just about a lot of taking opportunity that he's really been tightening up for the game. Yeah, so far I have a lot of agree in the range here for Daniel Gafford. He's been doing really well. Just look at how well he's been pushing. Pressure is putting a hard one to take. I agree with that one, yes, so there, fan. Nothing really settles it down. I think there's much to take it in one. Gafford loses that one. With tumbling down right toward the ground. Jordan's with Hardenstein. Williams is right over to Lujan's door with Isaiah Hardenstein. And Gordon Alexander is in the shooting guard position. Here's Williams now finds the pass over to Hardenstein down to 3. Chance for the lead. Kind of motion won't take the cut. Davis with the rebound off to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie pass to Thompson. Thompson's right toward the wing. Screen on Gafford. Opposite side. Washington for 3. That one takes a 3-pointer on the opposite range as he's outside the zone. 36-33 is the score. Now, they're definitely looking at it over again. I mean, not really anybody's just like how fantastic it is. Williams now finds the basket to Mavericks Alexander. We'll try this again to Williams. This time now finding Hardenstein. Hardenstein. And back to Dort. Dort. Hardenstein for Davis. He gives a shot. And a solid, great D by Holmgren. You know, Holmgren's definitely really like giving it all what he does for him. That's a big rebound that he takes. Jordan Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren now finds the pass over to Ganador. Tort. Looks to Hardenstein. Over Gafford. That's good. Hardenstein takes it in with 8 points in the game. After assist by Jordan Alexander. Just keeping it in there. I mean, that's definitely what the hard pace is putting in. Best effort, just can't lose it. Here's a jump in. Great chance for Washington as he scores a 2-pointer. OKC trailing by 3. Jordan Alexander looks to Holmgren. Hardenstein. Williams. Back to Jordan Alexander. Will try to give it over. Now find it over to pass to Holmgren. Shoots over Davis. And it's good. Holmgren takes it in with 8 points. Tightest game, 38-37. Dinwiddie now flying the pass. Open look. That's good for Klay Thompson. He is wide open all alone after Dinwiddie with the assist. Well, nobody is when like covering for the man out there. I mean, I think if somebody else is wide open away. Jordan now finds the pass over Hardenstein. He moves over here to Shea Jordan Alexander. Hardenstein with a triple. Will try it, but he won't make the 3-pointer in there. Now here's Thompson, he's right toward the wing. Klay Thompson, pass to Dinwiddie, right toward the zone. A solid D by Hardenstein. Under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Holmgren, pass to Shea Jordan Alexander. Looks to Hardenstein. Will now try to give it to Shea Jordan Alexander. Pocket 5. Holmgren up. Rolls in and out. That one misses again for OKC. Oh my goodness. I thought that was almost made in there, but he did not. Out of bounds on Klay Thompson. Turns it over to the Thunder ball. Now some new changes. As Aaron Wiggins is checked in. Lively the second comes in for Daniel Gafford. Man across here is Alex Caruso. He's along with Joe and Tort. Moves over. Joe for the 3. That's off the rim, and it's rebounded by Davis. After Davis, here's the pass to Washington. On the cover, give it to Lively. What a slam! And that one was a big, quick run to draw. Facing off's definitely really like how hard they were doing. I mean, that's definitely really like already on a fast pace. Not so sure what's going on. Here's Hardenstein. Here's Dort. Over Thompson. That's an error miss by OKC. Dinwiddie grabs his own rebound. Outside, Thompson for 3. The corner range on the other side of it is no good. This one goes to Joe. Joe for the finish. And goes in. Isaiah Joe. His first bucket after Dort with the assist. This is definitely what they all expecting it for. Now they're really paying it off again. Alley-oop, good tip in for Davis. This time he's been pulling in for another 2 pointers, assisted by Spencer Dinwiddie. Well, he never really had it all. That's definitely a big change in. He really took everything apiece. Timeout given here by OKC with under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We'll step aside here, and this one was definitely a different change. Really didn't see that one going by. Yeah, they definitely have to be out there. One time, one take. Good changes on the court here this time as the OKC Thunders are making new changes here on the offense and defense. Now here's Caruso, he'll start things over, now finding again to Wiggins. Wiggins throws it again to Williams, and he'll now find again to Alex Caruso. Caruso to finish the drive. What a take in. Caruso's got his 4 points in the game as he's rolling in, back down by 4. Well, this is definitely a hustle out there for Alex Caruso. I mean, that's one change that's going to rip it off. And And stolen by Caruso. Fast break for Caruso for the finish. Too hard. Couldn't get the rebound in. Fade for Wallace. Back to Wiggins from outside. He will now reset the group. Wallace trying to do it for it again. Wiggins. 3 for Joe. Good outside. It's been pulling it back down by 1. Joe's got 5 points. Just 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Exum against Joe. Joe. Exum for 2. That's missed again. Over Williams big in his own rebound. He will now find it to get a Joe. And right toward the corner, he will now have it again to Williams. Williams looks to Wallace. Wallace. Verdict finish. Right on the drive and makes it in with a smooth run. Chris Wallace with 3 points. Down to 90 seconds in the third. Exum against Wallace. Back to Edwards. Edwards looks to Exum. Exum against Joe. Move around a little bit. A screen by Lively. Williams for 3. Grab a rebound. To Marshall. On a shot. Put it back in. Lively's got it back. Number 2-pointer here for Dallas Mavericks. An up and downward, like a roller coaster into the airtime ones. Yeah, there definitely have to be an airtime in there. It's a big roller coaster afterwards. You really are not going to get that one done. Williams looks to Wallace, and it's stolen. Exum takes it over. Williams, and back the other way is Joe as he takes the ball away. You'll slow things down here for Wallace. Bounce pass to Williams. Williams around Edwards, and that makes the drive in to drop in. He finally gets his first bucket in for Dante Williams. Now a big set for Lively, and a great pass. That's a nice communication for the Mavericks. Just only 20 seconds left. There's no answer to why. I mean, I don't know what they really changed it up, but that's really like impossible to make the win. Joe from outside now finds Caruso. Caruso looks to Williams. Down again to Wiggins. Trying to get a lead off. 3 seconds. Wallace for the buzz beater. And that's off the rim. It is a close game. 49-48. And we are down to the 4th quarter when we come back after the break. This has been a tight one out there, but the last one will win game 2. Stick around. Final quarter's next. And as you've been enjoying us here, it's the final quarter in OKC. This is it. Last quarter remaining, stands in with a shot. For the Funders, as we start things off, Shane Mavericks Alexander's with home grade. Then for the Mavericks, we have Dinwiddie with Thompson. Gafford's in center. And it's Davis on the outside. And for Funders, we have is Dante Williams. And he's also having across here is Jalen Williams. And it's finally the other way as for Chet Holmgren. Here's Dinwiddie following along with the shot made by Williams. No foul given on OKC Funders. Dort finds Holmgren. Holmgren looks to Gregorius Alexander. Find the pass again to Holmgren. On a shot, chance to Williams, and for a throwdown, won't take it here as he makes the drive with the layup. And Williams has 3 points in this game. That's number 6. There's no tightness on that. I was really sure that this really took everything. All what happened is for now, that they really are battling along. Right between the ball and the handling. It's the rebounds that they're really picking it up in. Gregorius Alexander now finds again to Williams. Looks the pass over to Dort. Dort for the scoop. That's a solid D by Thompson. Thompson adding another rebound here. Outside, Dinwiddie. Another miss by Dallas Mavericks. Dinwiddie couldn't get the 3-pointer in there moving. And back to Williams it goes. The pass to Williams. Looks over to Gregorius Alexander. For the drive, it's good. Gregorius Alexander with 8 points in the game. And they really are battling along from here. Yeah, definitely did The Phoenix Alexander is definitely on the higher take that he's been doing it for. And a timeout by Dallas Mavericks with 6:06 to go. I was not really seeing things going along, but that's really what they are exposed to. Making some shot clocks, it's just not even easy enough, but that's a change-off difference here. They've really come along a long way. I was not really noticing how that was going to happen. Stay tuned as we have our next part of the game here. As for tonight, we have the Cavaliers facing against the Hawks. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. here in Cleveland, Ohio. As our next commentaries, I have the Son of Beast. He's also along with some other commentators as well, with LJ and of course Boomer. And final commentaries here will be on the other side of it to show what we have. The last one is the Rockets facing against the Timberwolves. And that will be on the other side of it as Boomer will be standing in. Not really always, but Paintbrush will be showing up how it's done right from the range here. And that will be all the games on its way to finish Game 2. And then it will be off the day while the Stanley Cup playoffs will resume to show the games 1 and 2. Stay tuned for the next part of the two games. That will be the last two between Hawks and Cavs, and the other, Wolves against Rockets. Here's Dinwiddie to pass to Thompson. Keeping an eye on here for David Aldridge as he's been talking in with his teammate for Jason Kidd. We're not showing response. We need to be playing in for some better scoring chance. We're not getting a good use out of our skills. You can't play it like you did, and you have to do it the right way. Here's simply what happens to Jason Kidd. He was really just trying to be eager already. They need to find themselves a win before they get out of the way. They really are being bumped out. Not really playing it often. Gafford in, and a throwdown. Wild jam after assist here by Dinwiddie. Now they're turning back the other way. They really are just going to keep on scoring. Williams finds a pass to Doherty. Will now find again the Holmgren. Fade. Williams finds Isaiah Hardenstein. Good Phoenix Alexander for the tie. Good. He is stuck up with Klay Thompson with 12 points in this game. And it's now even up by 4. Thompson finds Gafford. Davis. For the cut. Over Rodenstein. Rebound by Holmgren. Holmgren's got 7 rebounds in this game with under 5 minutes to spare in the fourth quarter. Holmgren looks to Williams. Williams over Davis. Grabs a rebound for Isaiah Hardenstein. Holmgren outside. Pass to Dort. Dort. Watching it travel. Holmgren looks over to Hardenstein. And they got to get there. Williams up. And good. Another 2-pointer puts for Jalen Williams. That's 9 points. Now they really need to do that. They're just beating it over with a shot clock. Oh, a nice take by Shagan Phoenix Alexander. He blocks that shot. That is nowhere you can play it out for. That's a great stop to just pick it out. Right outside. Pass to Jay Phoenix Alexander. The foul. And he is rolled onto the floor. L.B. Davis with the foul, and another team foul for Dallas. 3:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Let's get Phoenix Alexander's heading to the free throw line.
Gilgeous Alexander, 2 shots.
Knocks the first free throw. I really love seeing that Shagan Phoenix Alexander's been doing really well. That's a big play in my heart. And I really said it before that he was one of the biggest plays in this game here on the point guard position. Since after playing with the Clippers, he wasn't really right to the fit for him. But now, he chose to be with the OKC. He found the right choice. And a second free throw is good for Alexander. He has 14 points. Just nearing the 3:30 mark in the fourth quarter. Thompson against Dort. Thompson right behind him. Around the back. Step to Gafford, and he makes a one-hand dunk in. Another assist here by Klay Thompson. He's adding another one to take. There's no stopping to this advantage afterwards. What's going to happen is that Gafford's going to be looking like he was going to put a machine on the dunk to put one hand and just keep fighting. Dort makes a drive. He is right over and around on Klay Thompson as Dort's got 5 points. Now there's a putback. That's revenge. Davis on the outside. Corner range. PJ Washington. No good. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound of the night. He'll send it over to Alexander. Can he go for it? No. That one will stop in here for the Mavericks as Dinwiddie has it. Go right for the back. Wow. Isaiah Hartenstein denies the alley-oop pass. That's a great defense here. Williams slows down Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein looks it over. Here's Holmgren for the 2 and got it. That's another 2 points for Holmgren. He has 10. They just really have to be keeping them fighting in for. But they've really been like stepping back out. They just couldn't get over it. Timeout call by Dallas Mavericks. 2:11 to go in the fourth quarter. And we will step aside here as the Thunders are pulling back in on a rush. 66-56. Now, Best is definitely a comeback rally. No stopping here in the fourth quarter. Big scores here happen to be with OKC with only 66-56 by Dallas Mavericks. This is one of our biggest of the intentional games here as Mark Daigneault's able to try to keep on attacking. But the power of it doesn't really stop here. Yeah, it's been flying out for some reasons here, and this is what happens when Mark Daigneault, he's just really giving all what he has a chance to do. Now for Dallas Mavericks, they're going to have to try to pull in fast. I know what they're thinking, but I might be thinking of that now. If they're not going to be playing it for so well on their better offense, they need to try to start something big here. And now it's time to present their New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's game of the night it goes to Chet Holmgren. Holmgren's been definitely on a best occasion. He's been doing some biggest and drivest on the moment. From offense to defense, it really makes it happen. Best chance here. I love seeing things. And then before I would know that Chet Holmgren does for all. That's the best play in the effort. Keeping the postseason alive is definitely the next generation for Chet Holmgren to keep things going. On his way, back to Thompson, looks to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie over to Davis and that makes another dunk down. And that was Dinwiddie with the assist. Oh, he's just keep on going already. I don't believe how. Regarding Alexander now finds again a Hartenstein. He'll now search again at Dort. Dort the pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein, Holmgren, over Davis. That's rolled in and out. Thompson with the only rebound. He'll now center to try to get the open look. And he got a 3. That's Thompson with another 3-pointer. And they're down by 5. Williams, right to Hartenstein. Round Gafford, and good. Hartenstein. No foul given here for Dallas. He has 10 points. Well, this is a tight league competition afterwards. That Hartenstein just really need to get this one through. Nothing really settles down. Here's a 3 for Thompson, and it rolls in and out. Hartenstein with his 8th rebound of the night. And he's over now trying to get to Williams. Williams sets to Alexander. Off to Hartenstein. Back to Dort. Down to a final minute in the regulation quarter. Looks to get Mavericks Alexander. Here's a finish, and he's fouled. That'll be Spencer Dinwiddie's first personal foul and a second team foul for Dallas. Now this will be Mavericks Alexander as losing Stewart. Watching on him to get another free throw, shooting 2. That's how it happened. I really seemed like enough for him. I mean, he's really like pushing the pressure around me. Shea hits the first free throw. Nothing settles down afterward. I mean, they're really just kept on flying. And it's just a pass that they've really been given all over for Shea Alexander with a strong finish. And the second free throw is good for Shea. He has 16. With that one, as for OKC Thunders, they'll be at Dallas here to get ready for our next game. They'll be at 9 p.m. for games 3 and 4 to have the next courage to take the ring in the action. It'll be our big finish here for first round for the second game. As Hardenstein's trying to look for a two-game home streak being over against Dallas Mavericks. And now, as for now, this will be a take here for the Thunders to try to see if they can pull it off with the win. Last hope, Davis for 3. And that's good from outside. They're down by a bunch. And Dort sends it to Hardenstein. Down to 5 seconds, and a foul will be on Thompson. That'll be his first personal and a 13th foul for Dallas. And that's it. The fouls to give is done. Dort heading to the free throw line, shooting 2.
2 shots.
Drops the first free throw for Dort. And only one last change here for the Mavs and Thunders. 3 players are checked off the court. As right now, this will be Williams, Christie, Marshall, Edwards, and Lively the second are checked in. Thunders making new changes as 2 players are off the court. Wiggins and Caruso are checked on the court. Only one free throw makes, but not enough time for the Mavs to win it. And that will do. Final score, 71-64 as the Thunders able to exit the home game standing a 2-0 series. What a big fantastic out there. And that's why you can't win it all. Now a chance to go over to on the court side is David Aldridge. Hey Dave.
Thanks very much, Shea. Talent scoring for you all tonight. What is working offensively?
We just trusting each other, playing for each other, doing the stuff that coach has us doing. The league just gave us something. When you do things together,
It was a great performance all around tonight. Congrats on the win again. Back to you.
All right, DA, thank you. And now that wraps it up, folks. Along with me, Tyler, and along with my broadcast partner with Fan and Lightbulb, this has been a presentation of the NBA postseason on 2K Sports. So long in OKC. All right, Tyler, thank you very much. And this one was big on the finish. That goes to OKC with 2 wins in a row in the series. Let's see how they did with the total statistics. 55% for the OKC on the field goals, only 35 three-pointers for Dallas. Then 60 for free throws for OKC. 9 fast break points for Dallas. And it was 44 points in the paint for OKC Thunders. 8 second chance points for Dallas Mavericks. 20 bench points along with 28 assists for OKC. Then it was 10 offensive rebounds for Dallas Mavericks. 28 defensive rebounds for OKC. 6 steals for Dallas. 5 blocks for OKC Thunders. And both teams have only 8 points off, which is still even. 3 team fouls for OKC. 9 dunks for Mavericks with 12 biggest lead. And 19-39 was their time of possession for the team. they just really couldn't get things done. I mean, they really had finished it. Now that OKC made a comeback, it's definitely crazy enough. They're really just keeping it over and making it done. I appealed that this one deserves the best.
Agreed. I totally agreed. That's for anybody that does for.
And now it's time for 3 star players of the game. The third star starts off with was only 1. That doesn't mean anything. Klay Thompson with 15 points with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. 5 out of 8 field goals they had, made 5 3-pointer makes, and only 20 performance effort. Now for number 2, what you take, Zotroop? Well, I'm going to have to say that Anthony Davis has been pulling up a nice and a struggle. This strong start made it all. He had 16 points with only 10 rebounds and 1 assist. 7 out of 13 field goal range with 2 3-pointers out of 3. 19 performance effort and only 3 dunks. That's what happened with the alley-oop. Nothing happens. They really just did them in to make it through.
Well, I gotta say now that only one for OKC, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He finishes off with 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and only a block. I mean, it's just lucky enough. 6 out of 7 field goals, 18 performance effort, and 1 dunk. I mean, that's all that happens now. Make the finish, Roy. Make the finish.
And that's to do here. Thank you very much. That's it for now, and we'll see you all later for the other side of it for tonight's game. Stay tuned. The next one will be Cavs and the Hawks. Following along with the next game, it will be the other side, Rockets versus the Timberwolves, here at Toyota Center. Along with me and my broadcast partner with Clover and Zotroop, I'm Roy Cruz. Thanks for watching for the first 2 games, and peace out for a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Have a great evening, and we'll be on the other side of it soon. Stay tuned for the evening games. That'll be next. So long in OKC. Until next time.
Bye, everybody.
See you again.
If you don't, somebody will.